All right, what's good, y'all? We back at it again with the main event where we love wrestling more than the Young Bucks love super kicking people. Got my homeboy Cisco, big wrestling fan from DC.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I came prepared, man. I got the belt right here. I just put it on the shoulder, man. Why not?
Oh,
Let's spin it
man.
one time. There you go.
So today we're going to talk about how Drew McIntyre was a better babyface than Roman. And then after that, we're just going to improvise on a bunch of other wrestling topics.
Oh, man.
So, man, I just got to say, this past year with Drew McIntyre, it's been crazy. It's been a wild ride. That man.
One thing I don't get though is the comparison with him and Reigns, because they both had different roads, obviously, to become champion. But I think with Reigns, he's more like an experiment. At that time it was kind of weird because Cena was gone and all these big players was gone, so Reigns was like the guy to carry the company on his back, right?
Oh yeah, facts, no doubt. It's because I think the comparison lies because Vince McMahon, when Drew debuted, he endorsed him as the next big thing, and of course, secretly, he endorsed Roman as the next big thing.
Yeah, low key, yeah. But the thing with Roman, that dude was pushed to the moon, man. That dude, there was no build up at all, man. He just beat. Was it Sheamus the first time he won the belt? He beat Sheamus, right? I think he beat Sheamus for the belt the first time, and then after that, they just pushed him to the moon, man. The promos were bad. The in-ring work was pretty good.
Roman, no doubt, Roman's a good worker.
Yeah, he's a great worker. But the promos and the segments, I'm just dude, I can't stand Roman, man. But somebody like Drew, he was just stuck in the mid-card scene, man. He just fighting for the IC belt most of the time, losing 3-B, bro. Come on, man, 3-B. So
facts, yo, and the thing is, Drew got over organically,
yeah, and reason because of that is he went to the indie scene, and he improved there. He became a bigger star. And he just showed the world what he's capable of, so his potential. Because he was always held back in WWE, man. Talk about 3-B, he never had that time to shine as a singles player.
He didn't.
So he went to all these companies, went to Impact, won their belt, became a big star, and came back, won the NXT, became the champion, and now look at him, he's a top face right now, man. So
facts, and it was just it was tough seeing him in 3-B because I was he is so much better than this. No disrespect to Heath and Gender, but Drew, he was just that guy.
You know what? I'm about to look up the roster from 2015 in WWE. Let's see. Because I'm a firm believer in things happen for a reason. And
right.
There's time and place for everything, right? So I kind of feel like if McIntyre was pushed during the time when Roman was pushed, he'll be kind of pushed aside because, the main focus was Roman and Authority and Rollins and all them, characters, all the big stars.
And then, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and then, Drew had a chance to go to the indie scene, became big, and like I said, he's a top star now. So, like I said, it's all a place and time for everything, man. Let's see.
And the thing is, it's just what was I about to say? With Roman, fans want to point the finger at Roman. Well, at least back then they did. You can't blame him. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
It's the same crap with Baron Corbin. It's not them.
Oh, man. Corbin is underrated, man. That dude is underrated.
There's a homeless man gimmick. He is doing the best work of his career right now.
Bro, Roman is underrated, in my opinion. I said Roman. Corbin. I don't know what I'm saying. Roman, Corbin, no rhymes. But Corbin is underrated, man. That dude, he's a great worker. His gimmick right now is really cool, too.
Honestly, I hope he becomes this will just be some fantasy booking for me. You remember how back in the Attitude Era, the APA, they'll get hired just to take out somebody. Yeah, just mercenary facts.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that gimmick for Corbin. I think he'll fit that gimmick really well, and he'll get over with the fans.
Yeah, kind of feel like the Lone Wolf gimmick was really cool too. You know, just him alone and just kind of doing his own thing, beating people up. He won the Battle Royal WrestleMania, the Andre Battle Royal WrestleMania. So that was really cool. But yeah, man, back to Roman and Drew. So 2014, yeah, Drew was in 3 and B. So the top stars were Batista. You know, he's a part time. Batista. Does Big Show count? He's an authority. Big Show.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock Lesnar was there. CM Punk, but you know he left early that year.
Daniel Bryan. He won the title, and then he went down with injury. That was sad.
Was crazy, man.
I'm like, bro, you worked so hard to get to the top, and then you just
that broke my heart, man.
It did.
That broke my heart. Oh yeah, John Cena, but you know John Cena wasn't really doing that much in 2014.
Yeah, the only thing I remember him doing in 2014 was burying Bray Wyatt and then getting squashed by Brock Lesnar. Yeah. That's it.
That was a cool feud too. Him and the Wyatt family. That was a cool feud too.
Yeah, the wrong person came out on top though in my book.
Yeah. So like Drew doesn't fit in this roster right here. You know, all these top guys. You know, I just kind of feel like Drew is out of place right here. But you know, fast forward all these years later, he comes back. He's a freaking beast.
Facts. And you know what's crazy though?
What's crazy?
People talk about the Shield and the Wyatt family, like being the best. Like they brought 3-man groups back in WWE. 3MB did that first. They existed before both of them.
Yeah.
When you think about it, but they were just comedy acts.
We cannot leave out the New Day though, man. The New Day
too, right?
The New Day is up here for me. They're up here. Like you know, the other groups are cool too. The Horsemen are cool, but like you know, that's like the 80s and stuff. That's something you know I just watched on YouTube. But like New Day, I experienced it, you know, lifetime, real lifetime. So you know, just seeing them win all the belts, you know, real time, seeing them, you know, evolve into the characters they are today, the wrestlers they are today. Kofi winning the belt, Biggie. Money in the Bank is cool, man. So
yeah,
New Day's up here, man.
It's like they're a brotherhood.
No, they really are. They really
man. Are. Like at first with New Day, it was just like, okay, like this game is low key racist, but
yeah,
I'll stick with it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It just felt corny. It just felt tacky. You know, they get the New Day this preacher gimmick, and it's like, come on, bro, we don't need that.
Yeah, like if the stereotype them, then they turned heel, and then it was off to the races from there.
The freaking bootios and all that twerking and dancing. That's what made them big, because it was like, okay, well, these guys are actually pretty funny. And then
they reminded me of Edge and Christian and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the early work was pretty cool too. But yeah, man, Drew is doing great. Last year was his year, man. 2020 was his year. He carried the whole pandemic era on his back, man.
I felt so bad for him too when the pandemic. Yeah. I'm like, this man worked so hard to get his moment, just to have the circumstances of the world snatched away from him.
Yeah, and that sucked, man. Winning his first belt and you know, no crowd to be there, that was crazy. But at least he got that, you know, that crowd reaction at the Rumble when he won that Rumble. So
when that was cool. I said it like a couple of weeks before the Rumble began. I said Drew has got to win this, and he's got to win. Yeah, and he has to eliminate Brock.
And he did it too.
Yeah,
he did it too. So look at that.
I was like, let's go.
No, what's funny? The 2019 Rumble, I thought he was gonna win that Rumble instead of was it Seth Rollins who won that 2019?
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, like that time it seemed like they was trying to like, you know, pull the trigger on Drew, but not like, you know, too fast. It's kind of taking his time, and then they built up to the Rumble 2020, and that's when he kind of, you know, he did his thing, he won. So yeah, I'm just glad Drew got his moment in WWE. You know, he won the title. show everybody what he's capable of. He's just freaking psychopath, man. I love it. I love
Yeah,
this dude.
and he is so great on the mic too. Like with Roman, it was like you could tell that it wasn't him talking; it was the writers talking.
Yeah, man. Roman has some terrible scripts. Like there was this one promo I remember specifically. It's the one where he just kind of like rhymed with all S's. He's like Sakuta. I don't know what he said. It's like some corny.
Supper and succotash or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Yeah. And then he winked at the camera. He said,
I'm like,
That's
yo,
so funny.
who wrote this?
Who wrote that, man? That is terrible. That sounds like you know, I don't know, man. I'm just glad Roman is. I'm just glad Roman is finally getting more freedom. You know,
that was so cringe when he did that.
Oh my goodness, that promo sounded like a damn, like it's straight from the '80s or some shit like that.
Yo, remember that Magic Beans promo he did with Big Show?
I don't remember that.
Okay, he like told like a fairy tale of how like.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, yo,
I remember that.
This is the man that you want to take down, Brock.
Bro, that shit, that is awkward right there. Because first of all, you're telling a bedtime story on a wrestling show.
Man, good Michael.
The fans are not even into it. They're just like, okay, well, whatever.
Man, good microphone skills. Definitely didn't run in the family because The Rock, he could make the corniest thing seem like the funniest thing.
Yeah. Honestly, half the stuff that The Rock said was corny. You think about it. But it just sounds cool because he said it.
It's the spin on it that he put. It's delivery that made it funny.
Like, okay, I might get some heat for this, but what the fuck does do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Now, like, you know, obviously it's like kind of catchphrase, but if you break it down, it's like, what the fuck?
A lot of The Rock's stuff, like when looking back on it, like it's like, okay, like this could have been a little better. It was funny back in the day, but looking at it back now, it's just like, okay, like that was corny.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like he can turn anything into a cool catchphrase, like people's eyebrow. Like, what the fuck? Like I'm telling you, if somebody in the roster did that today, they'll be like, "What the fuck?" Like what, the eyebrow, like. Remember, Rock, you know, like I said, Rock. You just
remember when you buried Billy Gunn?
Hey, my name is Billy. Is it that one?
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, my name is Billy." He's praying to God. Yeah.
I just won King of the Ring, but there's only one thing. Everyone still thinks I absolutely suck.
Yeah, I remember that promo. Yeah, man. Rock was crazy on the mic too, man. He's
a savage. A savage.
He's unmatched.
Man, but
I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
All right, so hear me out. So with the whole release thing going on, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say, knock on wood first. Let's say Drew Mcintyre gets released once again. Do you think he will fit in AEW?
Yeah, that'll be the obvious choice, but it'll be too obvious.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like, okay, like I'm not one of these AEW marks that be like think that AEW's the be all end all. There's some good things that they do, and then there's some good things that WWE do. Like, I'm just that fan in the middle that just enjoys both products.
Yeah, me too, man. Like people, like I hate that, man. Like, stop picking a side and just watch wrestling. Like that's what.
Right. Let's just be fans.
That's what I'm saying. Like we should be more thankful. There's more wrestling on TV now than ever. You know, back then it was just for me. It was just TNA and WWE. You know, now we got AEW, we got Impact. AEW, sometimes Ring of Honor here and there, but you know the main dude that I watch is Impact, AEW, WWE. But it's like and NXT. But
I try to catch New Japan, but they have too much. It's just too much content.
It's kind of hard to watch, man, because like don't know where to start. You know, I gotta learn the characters and those wrestlers, but it's a cool product too, man. Like they got some good matches. I think the last match I've seen was Moxley and Archer. I think it was Wrestle Kingdom. I'm not sure.
Yo, like for real, if we if there was a place that I want Drew to go, I would love to see him in New Japan.
Really? That's
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
just imagine, like, just
No, he'll
imagine.
definitely fit. He'll
Yeah,
definitely fit because he's a stiff. He's not a stiff worker, but he's a hard hitting style. That big man
exactly. I would love to see him have a run
powerhouse.
over there.
Oh man, but to be fair, if you sign with New Japan, Impact, or AEW, you're gonna go to these promotions anyways because of the forbidden door. So you'll be
Yeah,
there anyways. But a dream match, a dream booking would be McIntyre and Les Archer, man. That'd be a great match.
big facts.
That'd be a cool ass match, man.
Yo, how about Walter versus Drew? Let's keep it in
Oh
WWE.
shit!
Walter
Walter
versus
versus
Drew.
Drew, bro. That'd be lit.
I think they briefly had a moment at Survivor Series, but it wasn't much of nothing.
Speaking of that, was Walter in the Survivor Series match?
Yeah, he got eliminated first, and I was so pissed. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like that, bro. That was crazy. I'm like, why does Walter get,
Like the Walter I know from PWG.
PWG was a great show. It was a great company.
The Walter I know would have chopped everybody in that match. Everybody would have gotten a chop.
You know, it's funny. There's a video that I seen a while ago was when Walter chopped all these people in the ring, and it was like 6 people. He just like boom, boom, left and right. I was like, damn, freaking leaving handprints on the chest. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yo, like if him and Drew ever fought each other, I'm telling you, that would be one of the stiffest matches.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That would have been so hard hitting. It would make Stan Hansen blush.
Oh yeah, man. That would be a crazy ass match. Just straight up bruises, man. Oh no, imagine this. Bobby versus Drew versus Walter versus I don't know who else is stiff in the ring. Nakamura. Let's put Nakamura in there.
They hold Nakamura back. Like they nerfed his Japan style.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, that dude is stiff. He could be stiff, but right now he's kind of loose right now. But that dude, like in New Japan, was crazy.
Like honestly, if Drew went to NXT, not NXT UK, just regular NXT, him and Karrion Kross, I would just like these are just dream matches I'm spewing off the top of my head.
Speaking of Karrion Kross, I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like he feels lost in the main roster, because and it's coming from a Kross fan, I watched him on Impact a couple years ago, and he was doing pretty good there, but
I didn't see too much of his. Oh, go ahead.
Was that no? Go ahead. What's that?
I didn't see too much of his Impact work. I'm just familiar with his NXT work. Like I just like this whole presentation. Like I heard of him, but it wasn't like okay. But when I saw him have a couple of matches, saw his entrance and stuff, I'm like, okay, this is a guy that you could take serious.
Yeah, I mean, his work on Impact was pretty cool. I think he won the Impact title. I'm not sure. Can't remember.
I did see an image of him on Impact. He put a cinder block in somebody's head and he punched through it.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, so he's brutal.
Yeah, he did a lot of cool, crazy stuff in the Impact. He had a match with Eddie Edwards, and that was a good brutal match. But yeah, man, his presentation, I don't know, man. Like I feel like something is missing. Maybe it's Scarlett on the main roster, but it's just something about it. It's just like it's like whatever. He feels generic for some reason.
Like they took away his entrance. Like you see it's different on Raw than it is on NXT. Like
and on Raw he just walks out to the theme song. NXT he has his whole like smoke and Scarlett singing the song, leading him to the ring, and he's freaking fall and pray. I'm just like, that's missing on Raw, man. Because on Raw it's just him walking to the ring. It's kind of awkward.
And don't get me wrong, I love Jeff Hardy, but he should not have beat Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I don't know. Jeff I don't know, man. Jeff's been doing not terrible, but not too good. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just there. Like the last feud I remember a good feud he had was with Sheamus on SmackDown. That was a cool feud. The whole Sheamus tried to kill him with the car, tried to run him over, and then they fought at the bar. That was a cool feud right there. But after that, I'm just like, what is Jeff doing, man? He got injured. He came back.
I don't know what they're doing with Jeff. I know he's basically at that age now where he starts putting people over.
Yeah, sad to say.
Yeah,
But I kind of hope one day he gets a title opportunity one time. One
I
last
just want
time.
one more championship run. I'll be down with that.
You know what? I'm gonna keep asking this question because I feel like it's bound to happen. But what if Jeff goes to AEW? Jeff Hardy goes to AEW. Maybe Impact.
He'll fit in perfectly. Like him and Matt, they can do the Broken Brothers again.
Oh yeah. Nah, Jeff. I think Jeff's best work in his career was in TNA. If I'm being honest, in Impact. Like he's a multiple world champion there, and he has like a lot of great feuds there. So if he ever gets released once again, knock on wood, I think he should go to. You never know, man. You never know. Maybe
WWE, nobody safe.
bro. Maybe after this podcast, you might see something. Jahari gets released again. Knock on wood. But if that does happen, it would be cool to see him in Impact. Kind of have that one last run as a top guy because Impact doesn't really have that much guys right now. Top guy, I should say.
Yo, for real, I would definitely be down with that. Like, I would have no problem with that.
Because people forget that Impact is actually, a big company. It's TNA. Impact is TNA, so of course they got that big following. But the last couple of days or a couple of years, they've been kind of, low key.
It's not the same as It's not the same as how I grew up with it, because like.
Yeah, it ain't the same, man. But
like, I kind of fell off after Sting left.
Actually, after Sting was pretty good because that whole era they was trying to rebuild the company, from the ground up. It was building characters. Pentagon was there. Pentagon Jr. was there. Karrion Kross was there.
I did catch a little bit of it.
Drew was there. Pretty good.
I did catch a little bit of Drew's work there.
Yeah, Drew did great. Of course, Lashley's run was awesome in Impact.
Oh yeah, he held like all the championships,
belts. All the belts, even the tag titles. I believe he held all the belts.
Yo, I'm so happy Bobby Lashley's getting treated with the
I know.
Knock on wood, he beats Goldberg. Knock on wood, please. Knock on wood for that one.
Man, yeah, Bobby is being booked as a beast, and that's how he should have been booked when he first came back because he was fresh out of TNA, and TNA, he had that monster run in TNA, so kind of feel like that whole feud with Sami Zayn ruined his momentum. They had the fake ass sisters, and
that Lana stuff definitely butchered his
yeah, the Russo stuff. Yeah,
I'm like, he is better than this. It's entertaining, but
what's funny about that whole Sami Zayn and stepsister segment? I think Max Caster was one of the sisters.
You serious?
Yeah, look it up. Look up Max Caster WWE on YouTube. You'll see it there.
Oh wow!
Like he's the middle one.
Oh, for real? Wow! I think it's dope when they make all those little cameos and stuff. Like MJF, he was Samoa Joe's security guard or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
he pushed him on the wall. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then Cesaro and Sheamus were security too for DX in like 06.
Man, I love it when
and Scorpio Sky. He did the segment with Team Hell No.
Oh yeah, he was Harold.
Yeah, Harold. Yeah, that's his name, Harold. Yeah.
Man, you never know who's gonna become a star in these cameos.
You never know, dude. You never know, man. That's why it's funny. That became a meme on like Twitter. They was like, the guy who is security guard is the next champion in a couple years. So watch out for him or A, B, and C. It's pretty funny.
We were just talking about Karrion. Karrion was Darren Young's tag team partner at one point. He made a brief appearance on Raw as Darren Young's tag team partner, and they got beat up by the Ascension.
Karrion Kross?
Yeah. When we get off here, you should look it up.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's look up Darren Young. Oh shit! Damn.
See?
He looks like a jobber right there, man. He looks like a jobber.
You're right.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Speaking of Ascension, they were a tag team that had full potential, man. They had a lot of potential to be a great tag team, but they
did. Once they got to the main roster, it was just like the Road Warriors. They tried to compare them to the Road Warriors.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So when they debuted on Raw, that was the Raw in DC, and and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see these guys, live because they're a cool tag team. And I
Mm-hmm.
called my boy up. I was like, yo, let's go to Raw, man. Let's be a new tag team there called the Ascension. They're like the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. They're gonna be cool and blah blah blah. So we go, and we see this cool entrance, and then weeks later, just like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Man? They're just comedy wrestlers now. They're just doing like backstage
They,
segments.
they would have been over in the new generation era.
Yeah, because they got that, this is a loose word. They got that corny gimmick. It's all like,
They would have
yeah.
been over, and the Viking Raiders would have been over. Like,
Oh yeah,
imagine them.
Viking
Yeah.
Raiders. And Nikki ASH.
Yep. Facts.
Should have been over. Nikki would have been over.
Like honestly, I don't really have a problem
ASH.
with that gimmick.
Me too. I don't either. If anything, I'm glad she has a gimmick because I feel like, most female wrestlers have that same gimmick where it's like, I'm pretty, but I can beat you up if I wanted to. Or I'm just like, I don't care, like give me a gimmick. Give me a gimmick. This superhero gimmick is cool. Like, it's corny, but it's cool. Like, corny.
I'm just like, she's Hurricane. Go ahead.
yeah. Like, corny is not. It's not always bad. Corny can be cool too. At times.
I like some lighthearted comedy in my wrestling. I don't like it to be serious all the time.
Yeah. Now, my favorite comedy wrestler is probably Santino, man, in WWE.
Santino, R-Truth, they are freaking gems.
Oh yeah, R-Truth definitely up there. But Santino's probably up there, man. Like, when he was a heel, he would just make all these like, stupid like segments with like all these big guys like Stone Cold. Remember that time with Stone Cold?
Right. Remember when he was Santino?
Yeah, Santina. he freaking won the was it the Rumble or some kind of battle royal? Santina.
Mm-hmm.
It was some kind of Rumble or battle royal. I don't know what it was, but he won something. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck are they doing? And then he became a tag team with Beth Phoenix. I think at one point.
Glamorella, yeah.
Glamorella, exactly. Yeah, Glamorella. So. And then she made her return at this year's Rumble or last year's Rumble or one of those two. I don't remember. I forget sometimes. Morella.
And, I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this too, but most people don't think that Orange Cassidy is a comedy wrestler. He is.
Yeah, he is. Honestly, at first, Cassidy, don't know if I should say this, man. I might get hit too, but at first, Cassidy, he's corny, bro. Like I said earlier, it was a good corny and the bad corny. He's like kind of the bad corny at first, but then you kind of understand the gimmick and you kind of you see a progress.
The gimmick grew on me.
Yeah, it grew on me too. But at first, I'm like, bro, this shit is corny, bro. I'm like, why is he putting his freaking hands in his pocket and giving these dudes like these weak ass kicks? Like, what's the purpose of that? But I get it.
That's gonna be a very controversial topic. I'm glad that we're on the corny gimmicks topic. This is gonna be very controversial, but in all honesty, on paper, Undertaker's Dead Man gimmick was corny too.
Oh yeah,
an undead zombie.
That's something I've thought about ever since I've watched wrestling, man. I'm like, this dude is corny, or the gimmick is corny. Because I'm like, how the fuck does a dead man how does he teleport? How do you do all these things?
To all the wrestling, go ahead.
No, honestly, before I say this, I love Taker. He's like in my I say top 10.
Exactly. To all the wrestling fans that's going to watch this video and we upload it, we love Undertaker. This man is always in the GOAT conversation.
But yeah, he really is. But that gimmick is freaking corny. But that goes to show that the band makes a gimmick and not the other way around. Because anybody could take in that gimmick and who knows, probably fail with it, to be successful with it. But Mark Calloway, he played that, bro. He fit that perfectly, man, perfectly. And then what made it so special is that he always evolved with the times too. He wasn't just a dead man for all those years. He was an American badass. He was a mixture of both sometimes. He was, all these cool versions of him, variations of him. So,
and the good thing is, he kept the dead man character, but he always added layers to it. Like you had the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah.
So it's just like he kept himself relevant.
Yeah.
all these years.
Yeah. Same thing with Kane. Kane. He has a good run too. He had a good run with different characters too. He had the authority gimmick, which I thought was really cool. Some people don't really like that gimmick because it was corny at the time, but yeah, that gimmick was really cool, man. The authority, Kane, where he just he's corporate, and then if you need a demon come out, he put the mask on and just beat people up. I think that was
Yeah.
cool. And
Chris,
what was that?
Chris Jericho is the GOAT when it
Oh
comes to
my goodness.
keeping himself relevant.
I can't say enough nice things about Chris Jericho, man. Jericho is literally in my top 5.
Yeah, I shared my top 5 with you like a while back, and it's just
Yeah.
hey, my top
If I'm
5.
being, if I'm being honest, like I don't know, man. Top 5, bro. Like Jericho is like definitely up there, and it's kind of hard to pick, a top 5 wrestler. There's like so many great people out there, but if I had to choose on the spot, Jericho and Daniel Bryan will be on that list.
Oh, I can
Jericho
respect
and
that.
Bryan, Jericho and Bryan will be on that list, and Matt Hardy too,
Like honestly, my top 5: HBK, Undertaker, Stone Cold,
Yeah,
Kurt Angle, and Eddie, and Chris Jericho's my honorable mention.
that's a great list, man. People don't give Angle credit.
They really don't.
That dude was a workhorse in his prime.
Yeah,
Especially this TNA run. That dude was a freaking beast. His matches with Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and all these people. I'm like, damn, this dude is a freaking workhorse. Workhorse, damn.
Like honestly, when you were in the ring with Kurt Angle or HBK, if you were in the ring with both of them, you were going to have the match of your career.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you could be the shittiest worker, but if you're in the ring with those two guys, you put on a great match, man. Speaking of those two guys, the first match I fell in love with was actually HBK and Angle at WrestleMania 21.
Oh yeah, facts.
Like I watched that match so many times, bro. Like, I'm telling you, as a kid, that's all I watched, bro. That match and Eddie and Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 21.
Yo, and it never gets old either. That's the good thing about it.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because that match is what what wrestling is today. Like we see a lot of that. That like how that match goes, like the flow and everything. That's how wrestling is today. It's very technical. Well, some wrestlers are technical, and wrestlers now are smaller, like Jericho or not Jericho, Angle and Michaels. They're smaller guys. So
yeah, and another thing that makes those two great, like their storytelling in the matches, like their selling is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and what's crazy about that match was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Michaels was on Raw and Kurt Angle was on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, it was in a promotional.
Yeah, so they made that work, even though they're doing 2 different shows. I'm like, bro, how can you do that? We could do it, but you know what I'm saying? They did it perfectly.
That was the match I was most excited for. Looking at that card, it was just like, yeah, this is gonna be the match that steals the show.
Yeah, no, that card was really cool, man. They had a WrestleMania 21. They had Taker and Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool match, great match. That Showtime Star RKO was that shit was a thing of beauty, man. I tell you, a thing of beauty.
When you think about it, WrestleMania 21 was a show where it was like we saw the dawning of a new era. John Cena definitely. And Batista both won their first world championships.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at that time, that was what 2005
or 4, somewhere around that time.
Yeah, so that time I wasn't watching wrestling. I started in 2006, so the year after that.
Okay.
So I think during that time they didn't really have a lot of top guys at the time. I think so they were kind of building up all these stars. But yeah, Cena and Batista were that's when they.
Oh yeah, I became a fan around the Ruthless Aggression era too. So you ain't alone on that.
Yeah, man. That personally, I think that's the best era, man. That's the era I grew up watching. And that should have a lot of great matches too and great moments too, man.
Yo, people, you will be surprised how many people be mad at me when I say I like the Ruthless Aggression era better than the Attitude era.
The Attitude era, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's cool, man. That's what made wrestling today. Like some of the things they did, But I just feel like the era that I grew up on was way better than the Attitude Era.
But don't get me wrong, I love the Attitude Era, but
yeah, I do too.
I don't have no memories with it. Like John Cena,
saying.
Edge, Randy Orton, Batista, all those guys. I grew up with those guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the match quality was better on the Ruthless Aggression Era. Way better. Storylines were better. Yeah, more stars. I don't know. It's just overall it was just better, I believe. And then the memories I have with it. Oh my goodness, man! Like there's one. Oh my goodness, there was one time, bro. This shit made me. I was pissed when I seen this. It was a match with Batista and Ray, fighting against Eminem. I think for tag titles in the SmackDown episode, Steel Cage match.
Yeah.
And then this big ass dude,
Mark Henry
comes out. Yeah, he comes out and fucking beats the fuck out of Batista. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, why are you doing this? I'm like, bro, what is going on? So that shit pissed me off, man.
Yo, before I realized that wrestling was scripted, I was just a kid back then. Before I realized it was scripted, I used to go to bed some nights really pissed off.
Yeah, pissed off and just like, damn, can't wait to see so-and-so beat somebody's ass, like John Cena beat Edge's ass, or blah blah blah. But it's like, but speaking of finding out that it was fake, when people find out it was fake, they just like, oh, it's fake, I'm gonna stop watching. Da da da. With me, I was just like, okay, well, it's more interesting now because you kind of question. You're like, okay, well, how do wrestlers know? When the match is going to end, or how do they book these champions, or how A, B, and C. Like
it makes me mad when like it don't upset me too much, but it annoys me when people be like, "Why do you watch wrestling? It's fake." I'm just like, "Well, y'all watch movies too, isn't
you watch movies, right? Yeah, you watch movies, right? TV shows, the same shit. Same shit.
I promise you, those reality TV shows y'all like to watch,
it's the same thing. Wrestling and movies and TV shows in general, they all follow the same formula, man. It's always the start, the climax, and then the conclusion.
Exactly.
The rising point. It's all the same thing.
I'm just like, we can all enjoy our entertainment, and you don't have to be a jerk about it.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, just let it be. We're not hurting nobody, even though we're wrestling fans. We're not hurting nobody. But, yeah, man. Wrestling is in my blood.
Facts, like
people in my blood, man.
Like when people say be laughing when I say I have a deep love for professional wrestling, I do.
Yeah, it's funny because growing up, people will be like, "Oh, you used to watch that shit, you're grow up or da da da," but I never let that get to me because I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, it's something that I enjoy. I'm not gonna like stop liking it because somebody is like, "Oh, it's fake." Stop watching it. No, like if anything now, compared to high school, now it's more like I'm embracing it now. If you think of my name, you go, "Oh, he's a wrestling fan."
Mm-hmm. Yo, I used to get teased all the time. Yeah. I used to get teased a lot because because I used to watch wrestling. I'm just like, hey, I'm just living my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now I'm freaking wearing wrestling shirts in public. Like I don't care, like I don't give a fuck, like now it's cool if you come up to me and be like, "Oh, nice shirt, bro. You know, you're a wrestler." Then I'm gonna talk to you, kind of, conversate with you. But I'm just like, oh, he's a wrestling fan. Just like, come on, bro.
I was thinking too, like, what was I about to say? For Halloween, I was thinking about dressing up as Macho Man's NWO. Now you talk about the wrestler shirt.
The black and white?
Yeah. Got the Macho Madness glasses on.
You know what's funny? Last year I did the Sting NWO.
I remember that. That was so lit.
And honestly, that's the only reason why I grew my hair out, just to do that costume. And then after that, I shaved it because I hate having long hair. And then the year before that, I did Cactus Jack.
Everyone says I look like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Everyone says I'm a black Mick Foley.
Well, there you go, man. Halloween, to me, Halloween is next October, so you have like 31 days to dress up as anybody you want.
You just gonna see me roll up with my Cactus Jack shirt on, a flannel, have a barbed wire baseball bat.
No, that'd be cool, man. Just have blood drip down your face, man. And be like, oh, he's hardcore. Yeah. Speaking of costumes, I might do something cool this year. Let's see. I'm looking up the roster right now.
Who was it that was dressed? There was somebody in our group that dressed as Raven.
Oh, that was John.
Yeah, John did
it. Shout out John Bradby. Shout out John Bradby.
Yeah, shout out, bro. We love you.
Shout out John Bradby. Yeah, he was Raven, and we actually were in Langston. We took those pictures, and we tried to make it seem like they were old and retro, vintage kind of face.
Man, Raven, like he was ahead of his time.
Yeah, Raven was a great talker too.
Imagine him in AEW.
Oh no, man. In his prime, yeah, but now, obviously not. He's not,
Yeah, in his prime. In his prime.
Yeah,
imagine
in his prime would be cool, yeah.
Imagine a feud between him and Moxley.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Or him and Eddie Kingston just having a promo battle together.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Let's see, who else will fit in AEW's product? Old and new. Let's do that. Old and new. What about Abyss? The wild card, Abyss.
Yeah.
You think he'll fit in AEW?
Yeah. Why didn't MJF call him for Labors of Jericho? We had to get Nick Gage.
Oh yeah.
We could have had a monstrous ball match on AEW.
Well, you know what? He's actually working for WWE as a producer.
Yeah, he is.
So that's not possible unless they open a forbidden door, but they're not going to do that. Well, Sting's already there. Sting's prime would have been cool. Like TNA Sting would have been cool in AEW. I think that'd be a cool fit for Sting.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Jay Lethal, I think he'll fit in AEW.
Oh yeah. The Black Machismo.
The Black Machismo. The Black Machismo.
I was like, back then, I was like, can somebody please get this Wish version of Macho Man off the screen?
Yeah. When I first seen that on TV, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I thought it was Macho Man for a second.
I thought so too. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, Black Machismo, but he's great at doing impersonations, man. The Ric Flair thing was really cool too.
That segment was golden.
That shit was gold. Oh snap! LAX and AEW. What you think, bro?
Latin American Exchange.
Yeah, with TNA.
Oh yeah, they were good in their time too.
Yeah, but now
how about Hernandez and all those guys?
Yeah, Hernandez and Homicide.
Yeah. Oh man. AEW got too strong of a tag team division though.
Yeah, they do, which is good too. Because personally, tag team wrestling is actually fun to watch. Too bad. If done right. If done right.
Too bad Vince McMahon hates tag teams.
Oh yeah, bro. Half of the tag teams on WWE is like single competitors just thrown into a team like
right.
That shit's random.
If they didn't have the Usos or the New Day, tag team wrestling would be dead in WWE.
Yeah, and the Viking Raiders.
True.
Viking Raiders. I think that's like what 3 tag teams they got. Oh, Street Profits. But other than that,
Profits too. Yeah.
Other than that, it's like no real tag team in WWE. It's kind of sad.
It's devastating.
It really is, but hey, we got AEW for that, man. Tag team wrestling. Oh, Kurt Angle in his prime would have been cool in AEW.
Facts. I would love to see Kurt Angle versus Kenny Omega if Kurt was in his prime.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be a great match.
Yo, speaking of which, I'm gonna get some more heat for this too. I'm a controversial person.
Oh Lord.
Kenny Omega is low key overrated right now. Low key. Like compared to what he was in New Japan.
So, because I'm not trying to get canceled or anything like that. So,
hey,
so
speak your mind, man.
So honestly, before AEW, I never watched his stuff from New Japan, so I can't speak on his like character and all that stuff before AEW. But I think so far in AEW he's doing pretty good. Like his work is great.
I mean, let's be honest. Compared. Oh,
But
go ahead.
but it's not like it's not top tier. It's not like, oh shit, let me tune in to watch Kenny Omega. Like I'm not doing that. Like I said,
Right.
knock on wood, please don't cancel me. But he's a great wrestler, but it's just something about him. It's not like.
And let's be honest, you compare him to like Roman or Bobby, like they look like dominant champions.
Especially Roman.
They look like legit. How can I put it?
Yeah, like contenders. Like they look like legit.
Exactly,
gladiators.
legit contenders. Yeah, somebody that's worthy of a champion. No disrespect to Kenny Omega, but it's just him playing this cowardly heel, which if done right, it can work really good. But it's just it's the same old thing. V triggers.
Yeah, but then again, in AEW they build him to, like you said, this coward heel, and they're it's hard to beat him. So when Christian beat him, I was surprised. Like, oh shit, it's like Kenny or Christian beat Kenny, or So now it's kind of like, who's next? Like who will take that title from him? Maybe it's Hangman. Maybe it's somebody from Impact. Who knows?
That's who I wanted to be.
Yeah, I do too.
Because that'll be good story development for Hangman Page.
Hangman is really over right now. So
he is.
I hope they do it soon. I hope they do it soon. But yeah, like I said, like Kenny is doing a great job in terms of like being a champion in his own world. Like not comparing to WWE or Impact or whatever. He's the Impact champion. Where's the Impact champion? But him by himself, he's doing great. But compared to Roman and Bobby Lashley, it's kind of like, okay, well, these guys make him look like a chump.
Right.
They would demolish him in the ring, bro.
They would.
Especially Bobby. And Roman, he might choke him out with the guillotine. He might choke him out.
But, yeah, he would. Like I don't know. Like I like Kenny Omega. I like his work, but he's just a tad bit overrated now for me. I guess because I watched this New Japan stuff and I'm just being picky. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, he's great wrestler. Very talented too. I will say that, really talented. So I'm curious to see like how he will lose all these belts though, because first is Christian, and I'm curious, who will take the AEW belt. I think tonight he's facing Andrade for the AAA belt, and then what else belt he got? I think that's it, right? He got the 3 belts now. So he lost the TNA belt.
Yeah, he lost the Impact title last night.
Yeah, so he had the Impact, AEW, AAA, and AEW. Yeah, so he got 3 belts now. So yes, like I said, I'm curious to know who will beat him for the AAA, the AEW, and the which other belt he got? I just got bad memory, man. I'm just curious to know who will beat him.
Yeah,
hopefully it's Hangman for the AEW belt.
It's got to be like that. That'll be the best story. Yeah,
it needs to be.
It's got to be Hangman.
It needs to be. Now, do you think if Moxley beats Kenny, do you think the fans will be upset if that happens for the belt? If he beats Kenny for the belt?
Probably, because this is just like we already seen Mox's run.
Yeah.
If you want to bring it up in a couple of more years, you can do that. But it's just like y'all say y'all don't want to be like WWE and keep the same people at the top. Then practice what you preach.
Yeah. The thing is with AEW, they focus on like long-term booking. So like somebody like Moxley doesn't make sense right now. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Hangman makes sense, and Christian makes sense. So, somebody like Moxley winning the belt right now, it doesn't make sense. That
right.
When he was champion, that whole feud with Jericho, it made sense for what it was at the time.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of feuds with Mox was champion, that feud with Eddie Kingston was beautiful.
Oh yeah, bro, that promo, the Moxley cut on Kingston
on the Go Home show.
Yes,
bro. Oh my god! Look, every time I watch that, I get chills.
Cause you could tell it was real, man. It wasn't scripted. Maybe he had little bullet points here and there, but it was just straight from the heart. And it's even better because they know each other in real life. They've been through all these things together. So knowing that, it's like, oh shit, this is real. Like you can feel the emotion, you can see the passion. Just like, bro, this is what wrestling is missing, bro. Like you cannot capture that in the scripted promo.
That's one thing that AEW does better than WWE. It's more like the realism side of things. Like it's like it's a upside and a downside to them having creative control.
Yeah, I kind of feel like having creative control is like holding the hand, because you get guided through these things and you kind of know what to expect. But when it's unscripted, kind of having more freedom, it's kind of like, okay, well, what could I do to get these people, in the palm of my hand? Somebody like MJF is great at that. MJF is a great heel because he knows how to control a crowd. He knows what to say. He knows what to do, and everything from his mannerisms to his face expressions to
MJF
the word choices. I'm like, bro, this dude is a freaking old school heel. He's a great promo cutter.
If MJF keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest heels ever. That's what I know. People look at that as a hot take, but it's facts. Like
definitely, and what's crazy, he has the most basic, corniest catchphrase, but it works. Because I'm better than you, and you know it. Like that shit is corny. That's like something a little kid would say, because I'm better than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's what he is. That's what he is in summary. He's just a spoiled rich kid.
Yeah, a little brat, like they say. But
like he's entitled.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he makes it work, man. He makes that gimmick work. He plays the part really well. So hopefully he's a heel in the long run and not a face. I don't know. Maybe he'd be a cool face, but hopefully he's a heel for half of his career, maybe all of his career. That'd be cool.
There are some guys that were just born to be heel. MJF is one of those guys.
Randy is also one of them too.
Miz,
the first person that came to mind.
Miz.
Oh yeah, Miz. Yeah, Miz. Miz also had a great face run too, like 2015. He had a great face run.
And I'm a little.
He won the IC belt, but after that, it just felt kind of. It just went flat. That gimmick went flat. It just kind of is boring. So
yeah, Miz's best work to me happened in 2016.
Oh yeah, definitely with the IC run, the IC belt.
Yes, that's the best version of them.
What's the first promo that comes to mind?
That Talking Smack promo.
Yep, Talking Smack.
Top 10 promo of all time.
Top 10. And like I said, bro, that was definitely unscripted because Talking Smack was unscripted, I think. So, again, you can see the passion on Miz's face. You can just see like how personal it was to him, and he meant every word too.
Miz is
every single word.
Like even before that promo happened, I've been saying that Miz is very underrated. Y'all don't see the greatness that this dude has on him.
Yeah, Miz is underrated as hell, man. This dude puts on matches. Never got injured, by the way, except for that one time WrestleMania this year. But other than that, never got injured, by the way.
Facts.
Put on great matches, great storytelling, and he can play any role perfectly.
He can.
He really can. And he's I guess he's a good actor too. Let me throw that out there. He's a good actor too.
Jury's out on that, but
good actor too. So
yeah, jury's out.
Miz is an underrated worker. If I say so myself.
He is though. All right, well, we've been on for like a good hour. I think we can end it here.
Yeah, man, I'm getting tired, man.
Right.
Honestly, this is probably the longest time I spoke about wrestling, man. At least in a while. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, when I talk about wrestling, I can go for days if I wanted to.
And not me, if you get me started, bro, maybe years, maybe months. I'll take your head off.
Right.
I'll take your head off. But yeah, man, it was cool having me on the show. It was cool talking to you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man. We definitely gotta do this again.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do it again, man. So thanks again. Hope everybody can see this. Can appreciate our opinions. Don't come for us saying Kenny Omega is a bad wrestler. He's not.
Hey! Don't cancel us. We just want to be honest.
Don't cancel us. We're entitled to opinions too.
Right.
Everybody can like the same thing, so do not cancel us. But yeah, like I said, bro, appreciate having me on the show. Can't wait to do this.
All right, man. All right, thanks, man.
See you, man.